Hello and welcome to another episode of the Veterans Corner. My name is Chuck Wood and I'll be your host. With me today is a co-host, is new to the show. Actually, she's not new to the show. She's been behind the cameras for quite some time. She's filling in for Donna Dunyan tonight. I'd like to introduce to you Megan Dooley. Megan, welcome. Welcome to the co-host tonight. Megan has quite an extensive resume in this business, and that's why we thought it was a perfect fit to come up here and join us. It's great to have you. She was with radio, right? The WeBe 108 in Bridgeport.
Yes, sir.
Up in Bridgeport. Up in the Berkshires, actually. You were with 95.9.
Yes,
is that what it was?
Live 95.9.
Yeah. So in the morning.
I was.
The morning show.
Bright and early.
Yeah. So welcome. It's going to be great to have you here. We got a great show for you today. Normally we don't have guests that are under the age of 18, but we do today, and it's going to be a great show. Very informative. You're going to be very impressed with this young man, and actually his father. We used to work together. So what we'll do is actually we'll start with Scott Ahern. Scott is Michael's father, Michael Ahern. To my right is Dave Dudek. He's the commander of, I did say it, I said I wasn't going to, but I did. Commander of the VFW Post 574 in Plainville. There's a lot of stuff we got to cover today, so let's just jump right into it. Welcome to the show. We'll talk some more after the show, but let's jump into this and let's let the viewers know what you've done.
Yeah, Michael, this is exciting to have you on here. I mean, first of all, what was your inspiration for Scoops for Troops?
So my inspiration for Scoops for Troops was for originally for the kids to have the same great experience that I have, which is going on the boat and getting ice cream.
Which boat? You said go on a boat?
Yeah.
So the Travis Mills Foundation, where we've centered the ice cream trips from, they're on the same lake where we spend some of our vacation time. So with Michael going on the pontoon boat getting ice cream, it was just a natural idea to say, okay, these are the kids that are up there. And one of the things that he wrote in his letter to Travis when we first started this was, he wanted to say thank you to the kids who had the hero parents. So he wanted them to have the same experience, to be able to go on a pontoon boat, go to the local ice cream shop, and go get ice cream. And that was part of the motivation to start this.
That's great. Great. You know, one of the things that we normally do when we start the show is recognize military service. Were you a veteran, Scott?
I was not.
Yeah, I know you were.
Yes.
Can you tell the viewers just a brief when you served, what branch?
I was in the Army from 1965 to 1968. I was in for 3 years and spent half that term in Vietnam.
Well, on behalf of the crew here at the Veterans Corner and the viewers, we'd like to thank you very much for your service.
Thank you.
Scott, next question's for you. How did this make you and your wife feel, what Michael's done?
It really was amazing, and the amount of pride that we take, and we're very proud of Michael and for everything he's done. It's really, we've learned a lot. Number one, it's a big family affair that we're having with this, because it wasn't just a learning trend for Michael. It's been a learning experience for my wife and I, my daughter. Everything we do, we kind of continue this as a family effort. So it's been great.
It's a family effort. They're here right now, matter of fact.
They certainly are.
Introduce your wife and your daughter.
My wife, Rebecca, and my daughter, Kara, are here.
Yeah.
And
glad to have you here. So that's great.
Yeah, and our next question for Michael is, I mean, there are so many veterans organizations that you could have picked, but why the Travis Mills Foundation?
So near our vacation home in Maine, there's the Travis Mills Foundation, and to get to the ice cream shop, on land you have to go past the Travis Mills Foundation, and on water you also have to go past the Travis Mills Foundation. So I just kind of grew up knowing what it was, And when I wanted to do something nice for them, it was like, should I do it for them or should I pick some other organization? But I've known so much about them, and their foundation was being built while I was growing up. So I just picked them because I know the most about them.
And they must have been so excited to be part of your story.
Definitely.
Yeah, we've heard a lot. Actually, I've got a neighbor that her daughter moved to Maine, and she's involved with Travis Mills. And they've been asking me to do a show on Travis Mills, so this will be a great lead up to that day that we do have them on the show.
And so this has been going on for several years now. How much money have you raised for Scoops for Troops, and where does the money go?
So in the 3 years we've been operating, Scoops for Troops has raised approximately $55,000, and that goes towards sponsoring a full week for 8 families to attend the Travis Mills Foundation Arden Retreat. And that is at a cost of $30,000 per week. So the first year that we raised the money, we're going to present in 2020. We're set to present in June of 2020, and the whole world kind of shut down with COVID. So we extended that out to 2021, and we were able to sponsor our first group of 8 families at the Travis Mills Foundation. And we presented that check last year on the 4th of July to Travis. That was for $31,000. And this year, we are just about at goal, and we are ready to present another $30,000 check for the 8 families to attend again.
Wow. Well, that's something.
You're close to your goal. How much more do you guys need to raise before you hit it?
I think we're approximately $6,000 away right now.
Wow.
So we are very, very close. Very close.
It's amazing. Actually, Dave, this is for you. You're just kind of sitting there. You want to jump in here?
Well, you know,
It's a lot of times we'll focus on one or two, and then the other person's just sitting there. And this is one of those cases where we'll get you involved here. What do you think of what this young man is doing?
to tell you the truth, I'm amazed that a person of his age had thought about even forming an organization called Scoops for Troops. The thought of helping recalibrated veterans post 9/11 and their families, that just boggles my mind that somebody of his age has thought of doing that, and the fact that his family is behind him and helping him and encouraging him, and the family's doing all this. I think it's great.
Yeah, that's a sentiment I think we all share. Not only here, but we'll talk about some of the other things that are coming up in the near future that definitely lets other people recognize them also.
Yeah, and we touched upon this very briefly, and I would love, because summer's coming up, we are looking at our calendars and we're all excited, and you are so close to your fundraising goal. So what is coming up? What are your upcoming events to further raise money for your tremendous cause?
I think it's our first event coming up. We'll be doing the Memorial Day Parade in Plainville, where Michael's actually going to be the Junior Grand Marshal.
Wow.
Yes.
That must be so exciting, Michael.
Yeah.
One of the other ones we have coming up is we have the Miles for Mills 5K, which is in Brunswick, Maine, at the Brunswick Landing. Yeah. And we work along with another organization up there who provides ice cream, and we're going to be handing that out. We have the Swimathon coming up. That is July 16th. Yeah. In Berlin. We just have, as the events come, we try and do as much as we can. We'll be trying to get to some more car shows. Mm-hmm. We're trying to do some different events. So.
And the website, on your website, do you have a list of all the upcoming events?
We have it on our Facebook page. We create the events page, and we try and keep a calendar going and post a couple weeks before each event so we can have our followers come out and have fun with us and follow this great adventure.
Would you like to share with the viewers the Facebook page so they know where to?
It is scoopsfortroops.org.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Here's what we were talking about earlier. We hear that you're going to be getting a pretty big award coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about it and what it means to you?
Yeah, so I'm being presented the Congressional Medal of Honor for Youth Service Award from the Congressional Medal of Honor Society, and I'm very proud of it to be honored by the 66 living
Recipients.
Yep.
That's good.
So
That is tremendous. I mean,
Yeah.
first Youth Grand Marshal, now you're getting this amazing award. Did you even have, when you first started this, did you even imagine this was where it was going to take you, this path?
I didn't think that I would get like big awards like the Congressional Medal of Honor, but for Youth Service Award, but no, I never did. I didn't know half these awards or things existed.
Wow. You are a true inspiration.
Yeah, it's amazing the stories that we hear on this show. And this has got to be, I've been doing this since 2013, over 160 episodes. And this is by far one of the shows that will definitely stand out in my mind. I mean, a lot of people do some great things out there, but you have, at your age, have really taken it and with the passion and dedication that you've done. It says a lot, and on behalf of all those out there that are receiving these, the hard work, the benefits of all the hard work that you've done. It's a big thank you. There's another award coming up also, and that's from the VFW.
Well, the VFW, along with, actually Michael, along with the Plainville Rotary, are having a breakfast for all veterans in our area at Post 574, and they're hosting a breakfast. That's what's going on, and it's going to be on June 22nd at Northwest Drive in Plainville, and it's free to all. It's free to all veterans, and there are some letters going out to the local veterans in Plainville, inviting them to come, and hopefully it's going to be a big success, and we'll be able to raise some money from that for the Scoops for Troops and Travis Mills Foundation.
Wow.
It's Travis Mills. How much do you know about Travis Mills?
So Travis, we've met on several occasions. He's one of the most inspiring people you're ever going to meet. So to meet Travis, you are going to remember him forever. If you ever have any slight of day, and you can really learn from his attitude that never quit, never give up. And he always says, you may not be able to control your situation, but you can control your attitude.
Yes.
And it's something we all need to focus on. So he's just very inspiring.
Now the background, service member?
Travis Mills?
Yeah.
Yes. So his background is in Afghanistan. They were sweeping a field, and it was all cleared, put down his backpack on a bomb. And from that, he became I believe it's one of the 5 survivors to live with being quadruple amputee. So he presents every day, every time with a smile. And to meet him, like I said, it's really inspiring.
Yeah. I don't know if we can actually get him down here in Connecticut, but I know representatives that do work up there, and that's going to be a great show for us.
Exactly. I'm sure his ears are buzzing right now, thinking, oops, someone's talking about me. But Michael, what do you admire most about Travis? Have you met him?
Yes, I've met him quite a few times, but one of my favorite things about him is his attitude. Every single time I'm with him, he's cracking jokes or never has a frown. When you're taking a picture with him, he's if you're not smiling, he'll make you smile. And he has cool tricks he'll do with his prosthetics. One time he made me pull off his wrist.
Did you know that that was going to happen, or?
Well, no, because that was my first time meeting him.
That's a great first impression, I would say.
It definitely was.
So what happened after you did that trick when you pulled off his wrist?
Well, I was kind of speechless because how he explained it was, you just pulled off my wrist.
And you didn't expect that, obviously.
No. he just said, like, he just said, was it like, can you twist it or something? Or like, he made some excuse like, oh, it's twisted or something. Can you twist it like 3 times to the left? And it just popped off, and I was like, did I do something wrong?
Your eyes must have been as wide as saucers when that happened.
It definitely was.
And you know what? The fact that he probably does that, it probably never gets old for him.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. And it's one of the things that when you meet him, he truly does feel like a friend. And, you know, we've read his book, we've met him in person. Everybody's going to have a laugh, and he's going to make sure of it.
You know, just by listening to the story about him, I've heard my neighbor mention, you know, the organization so many times. I had no idea until now, and I'm definitely going to make sure that we have the organization on the show. I know that my neighbor's daughter's boyfriend is heavily involved. We can get them to come down and talk. Inspiring stories like that is something we need to get to the viewers.
And individuals themselves, though, especially with what the cards that were dealt to him, and now he's putting it forward and inspiring you also to make a difference in how many people's lives do you think you've touched with this Scoops for Troops?
I definitely think like heavily impacted was probably about 8 families, because that's what we've hosted so far. But on our Facebook page, my dad has read me the comments, and they're all like, wow, great job, you're doing such a great thing, and like, you're such an inspiration. And I think some people, I think that's a little, that adds on to more like.
It inspires you to keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah, definitely.
And plus about 100 children each year, between 80 and 100 children each year go for ice cream. And we've had the conversations, and we've met them on the dock, and you know, we've had ice cream with them. They're kind of blown away that this was all started by someone their age.
Yeah.
And that's one of the great things. So when the kids look at it, they say, wow. You know, I can remember hearing one of the kids say, you guys are our heroes. This is really a great thing. So the numbers are growing each year, and with the amount of children each year that are going for ice cream, and the amount of families that go up and stay, you know, the week that he sponsors, 8 per year, it's amazing.
The impact that you have just on young men and women in your age group, I'm sure there's going to be those that are inspired to do the same thing you do for other causes.
You know, that's a hope.
Yeah.
One of my lines is like, you're never too young to give back, alongside of it's for the love of veterans and ice cream.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm going to be repeating myself. I'm going to say that at closing, but you are an amazing young man.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. It's you're an inspiration not only to the youth, but to adults. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
In our last final minutes, is there anything all 3 of you would like to say to our viewers? It's a big ask.
You can start it off.
One of the main things we've learned, and we try to present when we talk to others, is when this first started, we realized that we hope that more people can do what we've done, and that's when their child comes to them with an idea, that they listen and they support that idea and talk to them. It's amazing what children can do and will do if they're allowed to. So when we listened, we were shocked when this first happened. We first raised it was initially set for $400 to send the children for the ice cream. So when we sat down and presented the check, Michael was asking about the different levels of giving and the different things that you can sponsor, and some were flagpole, and for this amount it was a brick. And then Michael finally said, what does it take to fill the place up for 1 week? We all laughed. Well, it's $30,000. Michael folded up his pamphlet and said, that's what I want to do.
Wow.
So
that's we wish we had more like you around. What's the website again, if you want to give that to the viewers?
the website is www.scoopsfortroops.org.
So it's I hope that's for information. More information, you can get the dates of events.
Yes.
I got to tell you, this was a great informative show. I'm glad we reconnected after all these years.
I appreciate you having us.
Yeah, and it won't be the last time.
Thank you.
We're definitely going to have you back for updates. So get used to being here.
How fun.
I hope you had fun.
I definitely did.
Certainly did.
That's about pretty much all the time we have. Real fast, we're going to have you on the show with some of the guys from the VFW in Plainville, and it'll be solely for the Post. Get the word out, let people know who you are, what you do, and this is a great venue to do that.
And we do a lot. We do a lot for the community.
Yeah, I know.
More than people know.
Yeah. So, with that being said, thanks again. It's for those that hear the dog in the background. That's a service dog that we have here.
Comet.
You will meet Comet in the very near future. He'll be on one of our next shows, actually. But with that being said, thank you. It was a real pleasure. Megan, it was great having you on board this time. And we've talked about this for the next few shows. You'll be on board with up here.
I'll be here with bells on, and especially if we get to meet more fascinating people like Michael.
Yeah. Well, listen, great. Thank you. Keep up the good work. You'll be back. With that being said, I'm Chuck Wooden for the Veterans Corner. Good night, and see you next time.
The Saybrook Fish House in Canton has been serving fresh seafood, chicken, and steak entrees for 34 years, offering 3 cozy dining room settings, a newly renovated pub with craft beer, wine by the glass, specialty cocktails, and a lighter fare menu. Open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Reservations accepted for parties of 2 to 42, and gift certificates are also available. The Saybrook Fish House, nestled at the crossroads of Route 44, 202, and 179 in Canton.